Hello world, it's Lindsey Bell back again for my Ask Lindsey number 2. Usually I'm in the Danny in Real Life videos, aka part of the DLV, but today I am here on my channel doing Ask Lindsey number 2. I got some questions a couple weeks ago. I wanted to do it while Danny was gone, and then he came home early, so now I have to do it on a day when he's here, so he might interrupt me a couple of times, but I also thought it would be more fun if I get to do it when I have pink hair. So I waited a little bit. Let's get down to the questions. Let's see what everybody wanted to know. Question number 1. If you could have unlimited money, what would you spend it on? Puppies and other people. I think if I had enough money to not ever worry about it, I would try and feed people. I would try and do all kinds of trips to build schools or something. I would definitely get other people involved who know more about it than I do. Right now I feel like I sound a little ignorant, but that's not what I'm going for. And then I also would have like a puppy farm in my backyard, dogs, not just puppies, dogs too, a dog farm back there. If a dog needs to be rehabilitated, if there's an animal that no one wants or that is super injured or needs a good place to be, needs a loving family, I would love to give them a place to live. So people and dogs for sure. Question number 2. If you had to move to another state, which one would you pick? Or would you be bi-coastal like Jenny and Travis? In an ideal world, I think everyone would be bi-coastal. Maybe not even coastal, just bi-cityal. We'd go wherever we want, anytime we want, which we kind of do right now. We travel a lot. But Danny and I really love Chicago. That's a place that I think we would live if we wanted to live in a big city. New York City also has a really huge piece of my heart. I just think being able to travel would be awesome. But if I had to choose anywhere to live, I think I would stay right here. I love it here. All right, next question. What back to school advice could you give? It's getting a little late for back to school, but I would say always be yourself. Don't get rid of your weird just because somebody thinks it's weird. That's what's endearing about you. That's what makes you who you are. So be yourself. You're gonna find amazing friends who love it. There are people out there who appreciate it, and there are also people out there who respect it. Being yourself is always a good thing. What was the hardest thing food-wise to give up for 30 days of fitness? Coca-Cola. I am a Coca-Cola addict. I only have one a day. I allow myself one a day, and I know they're awful for me and not good, but during those 30 days, I got like itchy. I was like, oh, I just want a soda so bad. It's the worst. Do you want any children in the future? If so, how many? Also, what was your parents' first view of Danny? I definitely want kids in the future. I'd like another fur baby before a real baby, but we'll definitely have some kids someday. I just think Danny and I are both pretty childlike in our own hearts right now, so it's time to maybe have like another dog, maybe instead of like a real kid, but definitely in the future. Also, I think my parents have always really liked Danny. He's always super respectful. He's a nice guy. They know he's not going to do anything to hurt me, so I think that was their first impression, was like, he's in a band, okay, we'll see how that works out, but he seems like a nice guy. What does your family think of having your life on the internet or filming your life? My family really likes it. My mom is a businesswoman. She's created her own business. She's a graphic designer, so it's a little bit different, but she works for herself, and that's what we get to do. We get to create our own business and do our own things and work from home. It's just, my mom, if that's all she could tell me to do, she was like, figure out your own business and work from home. Also, another person who's a huge fan of it is my grandma. She watches every day. Thanks, Gram, you're the best. And she's been one of my biggest inspirations in life, so having her appreciate it is a big deal. Also, I think my dad like doesn't really care. He's just like, yeah, it's fun. So in general, it's super positive. Are you going to make DLV hoodies for the fall/winter? Abso-freaking-lutely. We are making hoodies ASAP. Keep an eye out. I'm just trying to get a design together. We might do something that we've done before, but I'd rather do something new. So we're just kind of coming up with some design ideas that are DLV-like and cool. What's 5 things you always wanted to do in your life? Number 1, puppy farm. Number 2, travel a lot. Number 3, back handspring. Haven't figured that out yet. I should probably do that. Number 4, have a family, have some kids eventually. Number 5, bungee jump? Scuba dive. I'd rather scuba dive than bungee jump. Do you think you could stream Lego Harry Potter? I wish so bad that I could do Twitch with Lego Harry Potter, but it's on the old Xbox. It's on the Xbox 360. I think that's the old one, right? And I haven't learned a game on the new Xbox One yet, so maybe like Destiny, I need to do that. I don't know. Should I do some gaming stuff? Would that be cool? I don't even know. Where would you like to get married if you could choose anywhere in the world? I don't know, my parents' backyard. I love it back there. After seeing Danny crash his bicycle while vlogging, do you allow him to mow the grass with a riding tractor? No. Would you eat moldy raw chicken if it could turn you into a mermaid? No, because I'd probably die right after becoming a mermaid from some kind of awful food-borne illness. If you could be any pie filling, what would you be and why? Apples, for sure. What are your favorite bands and singers other than We the Kings, of course? My favorite band other than We the Kings? Story So Far was pretty good this summer. I got really into them. I love Mayday Parade. I'm really into Nickelback. I'm just kidding. Other than that, I mean, there's a bunch of pop-punk bands that I've always loved. Mayday is the first one that's coming to mind because we're going to the wedding this weekend with Jake from Mayday Parade and his girlfriend Jess. But I also love a lot of DJs. Like, I'm really into Diplo. EDM's kind of like my new thing. Some indie stuff. Panama Wedding is a new band that I really like. They have a song called Uma that I'm like obsessed with. So it's kind of all over the place all the time. It's all over. Have you always worked in retail or have you branched out? If not, would you want to? I've worked in retail since I was 18. I worked in restaurants too when I was younger. I started working at a restaurant when I was 16, and then at 18 I got my job at Victoria's Secret, and then I worked in another restaurant in college, and then I went back to Victoria's Secret, and then I left Victoria's Secret and worked with the Lightning in Tampa, the hockey team, for a little while. That's why I'm like kind of a huge fan of them. I was with their event marketing department for a little while. And then I went to another retail store, and I've pretty much been retail ever since. I worked at a bank for like 2 months once. That was terrible. So most of my time I've been in retail. It's just where I'm most comfortable, and I really enjoy the creative side of it. I think I would leave retail, I don't know. I think I would be a buyer, but that's still in retail, like a full-time buyer, not just doing the swim. But I really like where I am right now. Plus the YouTube stuff, I mean, it just takes up a lot of our time, and I love doing that. So that's probably my real job right now. How much has your life changed since you guys started DLV? I feel like it's changed kind of a lot. We had only moved into our house right before that, maybe a month before that. So it feels like it's been a huge change, not just from YouTube or from the DLV, but more just all kinds of different things going on. Going part-time at Shore was a huge change. Going from filming only 3 days a week to filming every day was a huge change. Learning how to edit was a huge change. I had done it with iMovie before, but never with Final Cut, so that was a huge difference for me. A lot of things happened, and it's been a huge difference for us, but I think it's been so positive, overwhelmingly positive, that all of those changes, I think, are just growth and moving forward. It's all good. Who do you think is more responsible between you and Danny? I think since these questions were asked, Danny's lost like 15 things, so probably me. What is your fave healthy food? Peaches and pineapples. I love fruit. What drumsticks does Danny use? Vader Universals. I had to ask, but I knew they were Vader, because Darth Vader. What's your favorite thing to do when Danny's away? Sleep like all sprawled out in my bed, like a starfish. What's your favorite memory on tour with Danny? There's so many good ones. Anytime they play the House of Blues, I love that. I always have so much fun. Pretty much anytime I sit right behind Danny and have my earplugs and take butt pictures, those are like my favorite memories. What was your favorite year in high school and why? I think I liked freshman year the most. I was just so much more innocent and open to like checking new things out. I think the further you go along, like you get to senior year, you get like senioritis. And it's not that you really want to graduate and leave, at least for me, but it was more like I just want to see new stuff. I didn't even realize I wanted to see new stuff, and that's what it was. I just wanted to change up my routine. What Hogwarts house are you? Gryffindor, duh. Do you and Danny like camping? Actually, we never go. And there's a very important reason why we don't go camping. It's because there's no Wi-Fi and we can't post the video the next day. So we can't really go camping unless it's like one of those like crazy campsites where you have like electricity and Wi-Fi and all that, or else we would miss a day. And it's not that we've never thought about missing a day, it's just we're on a roll, so why not keep going? So camping kind of puts like a huge dent in that. So we like camping, we just probably never will unless it's like camping at Disney World in those like log cabins. How many times have you been properly in love? Only once. And it was with this guy back in, no, I'm just kidding, it's with Danny. Gragging myself up. Anyways, that's all the questions. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Hopefully I've answered a ton of your questions. I went ahead and put the questions down here in the description with everybody's Twitter names who sent them in, so you can check yourself out. Look for your name, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you soon. Come check out the DLV. Bye.